I thought Shedeur was outstanding. Does he have stuff to fix? Yeah, it's his first NFL game ever. Shit moves fast. I don't care. Look, there's a ton of people talking like this isn't important because it's preseason that only ever played in the preseason.
Right.
If you never got out of preseason camp, this is your Super Bowl. What's wrong with the kid playing well? Should he have played like shit? I just don't understand. At this point, like you just people sound like haters that try and minimize literally everything good that happens. You don't sound like educated pundits anymore. You sound like a fucking hater. So, and then also it comes back to a lot of, I think people might be a little bit jealous of Shadeur, bro. Like how easy things come to him because he just always seems to be in the right place at the right time. Everyone's hurt. He gets to start the first preseason game. He just happens to ball the fuck out. At practice today, he's with the 3s and 4s again. Like, are you just trying to motivate him so much that he makes you look so dumb that you have to play him? I think that's what's going to happen here, bro. So I think that Shedeur, if I'm the Browns, and he is the owner, Jimmy Haslam's dumb fucking ass, is not in the meeting room today saying, I don't give a Tiffany fuck what any of you do at any other position. But if you don't start 12, you're fired. Because not only is he your best quarterback, and I know Flacco's 40 years old. Flacco's old ass can back up Shedeur and help him through his rookie year and give him advice. That's what he can do.
Whoa. Are you saying that they need to start him week 1?
They need to start him right now. And I'm not just talking because
okay.
I'm not just hold on. Let me fucking make my point. You asked the goddamn question. I'm giving you the answer. This is my opinion. I think they should start him week 1 and fucking let him grow the next 2 preseason games. Let him play the whole fucking preseason game next week too, him and Gabriel. What does Flacco need to play for? What does Huntley need to play for? Huntley's not making the fucking team. What does Kenny Pickett need to play for? We know what they are. That's all I'm saying. If you want to start Flacco, cool. But eventually you're starting 12. And if you don't like money. Because not only is he fucking your best quarterback, by far, it's not even close. He's going to absolutely revolutionize the Browns. He'll be everybody's favorite player in 5 minutes.
Oh, well, yeah,
he
already is.
All the money will come to Cleveland. They'll be on Monday Night Football. They'll be on Sunday Night Football. They'll be on Thursday Night Football. But you have to look at this as bigger than football because he is.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's.
So, look, dog, I am a strike while the iron's hot type, and that motherfucker's cooking. So, I don't know why they would not want to run with this rather than try and extinguish it. They literally put him with the 3s and 4s in practice today. Like, he just went and balled the fuck out. And now that's your reward. If I'm Shedeur, I'm pissed, and I'm ready to prove him wrong again. And listen, when you are in prove it wrong to your own franchise mode, that's different.
Mm-hmm.
Think about most players, the franchise is happy to have them there. It seems like the Browns are not happy to have a fucking guy who can actually play quarterback for them. And that figures because they're a fucking joke of an organization. So I wouldn't expect them to know how to handle this. I expect them to fumble it and bumble it and fuck it up. And he probably goes to a different franchise and plays his balls off. So that's what I think. If they don't start him, they're dumb. We already know they are. What they do the last time they made the playoffs with Joe Flacco, they let him walk, right? And then they sucked. And then they brought him back now. Joe's on the side. He knows. You saw his face during the game. Fuck, now I'm in the middle of a quarterback controversy with a 5th-round rookie because he was underdrafted. If you don't think he was underdrafted, you're fucking stupid. So, look, bro, all the hate and all the, criticism, and he's really not that good, or he's playing against preseason guys only, what is that supposed to mean?
Well, yeah.
What exactly is that supposed to mean? There's tons of NFL players on the fucking field. I thought they were all 1%ers, but now they're not any good because Shedeur chopped them up. Shut the fuck up.
I have so many issues with the media's narrative of so many things. The coverage or portrayal of Shedeur in a negative way. Also,
all the time.
The lack of coverage of Cam Ward, which I'm doing a whole show about later. I already That's insane.
It's like that kid didn't even play, bro.
Yeah, that's my point. He's the number one overall pick, and we haven't even. I'm walking through ESPN. The number one thing on the gym is Shedeur, and I'm like, we didn't even talk about Cam Ward. I thought Cam Ward played fucking well, but that's a different conversation. Going back to Shedeur, I thought he played really well, especially as the game went on. I thought early we saw him kind of get under pressure a little bit and kind of get anxiety when things broke down in protection wise. We saw him kind of roll back. Some of the habits we saw last year at Colorado of him, regressing, falling back in the pocket, etc. But as the game went on, especially,
he fixed it. Yeah,
yes, he did. And this game went on, especially like I broke this down right here. If you watch this, Matt, this is a great example. This is his second touchdown right here. The way he trusted protection versus the way he reacted to protection in the first half. In the first half, he would have rolled out and ran backwards like he did. In the second half right here on this touchdown here, he trusted his protection, right? Linebacker's coming into the B gap. The running back takes a second to kind of recognize it. And so the linebacker's coming. He's got to he got side steps, right? He's got to trust that the running back's going to make that block. He does, and then he makes that throw. That's kind of what my takeaways from Shedeur as the game went on, Matt. I don't know if you noticed that during the game, but
look, I saw him go from a little jittery at the beginning, which is understandable, to figuring it out and to communicating with second and third and 14 players and making them look better than they are and putting the ball in places where only they can catch it. Both touchdowns are tight window throws. Those are NFL quarterback throws. Yeah. They're not risky throws. Every good throw in the NFL is fucking risky. That's why it's a good throw. Because the other guy could have gotten it too.
Shoot.
Like that throw is a fucking dot in the end zone between three defenders. The other throw is underneath the belt line at the fucking end zone where nobody else can get it but the other guy. Both under pressure, moving in the pocket. I think that the fact that he drifts backwards is a negative. He's trying to fix it. Obviously, you can tell. But his elusiveness and pocket presence is outstanding, and you can't say that it hasn't improved. So the Browns have coached him up, and he has also worked himself out of a lot of bad habits. I need to see Shedeur Sanders with the Browns ones. Like I don't know who they play this week. Who gives a shit who they play? It's about them. But I want to see him with the ones. And if they don't want to see him with the ones, they're fucking stupid. Trade the kid to somebody that's actually going to develop him correctly. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you, dude. Trade him to somebody that's actually going to appreciate him. How dumb do the Saints feel right now? Like, if you got to be watching this.
I think they're going to trade for Kenny Pickett. That's what I think is going to happen.
The Saints?
Yes, I've been saying this. They're going to Ellen Moore had Kenny Pickett last year.
Cam Jordan should want the fuck out of New Orleans.
I'm surprised. I was a little concerned when I saw Honey Badger retire. I was like, I don't know if he. Especially late in the year, I thought he was going to stick with them, play another year. But Matt, I like seeing Shedeur come out of under center. I like seeing Shedeur come out of these different looks that we saw. I don't know if you I was really happy to see him come out of under center. I talked about this on my show, Matt. He seems a lot more comfortable in the pocket as well.
We brought it up last week that let's see how he looks under center. Finally, he looked good.
Yeah,
he looked good running. Look, he looked really, really good running a pro style offense, which is awesome because a lot of guys from college really, really struggle with it. And look, I just broke down AR5. I just posted it on my 6-0 strength page.
I'll be for members only later on here, by the way.
And we're going to talk about that also. But it's hard, but it's also not.
Right.
It's hard to learn, but once you learn it, it's muscle memory, bro. There's only 11 guys. Where are the numbers? Why is that guy sitting right there with no one to cover? Mm-hmm. If he green dogs, which is what happened in that AR5 blitz, it's a green dog and a squeeze on the run. And they didn't change the protection, which they shouldn't need to, because if he would just throw the hot routes, he wouldn't have got hit and he wouldn't be getting fucked with right now. It's 100% on the quarterback. Blaming it on the offensive line is fucking lazy.
Ooh,
the offensive line does what they're told to do. They're told in that circumstance, 3-man lead call, the fucking 3 technique pinches. They're treating it like an under front, even though it's an over front on paper. They're treating it like an under front. They lead call, the 3 techniques eaten up by the left guard. The right tackle takes the green dog blitzer. When the back flares, the blitzer blitzes. That's called green dogging. 90 comes freight train. He doesn't pitch peel. The minute he doesn't pitch peel and 45 drops backside on a Don Capers zone blitz, you got to dump the ball to the fucking back or throw the goddamn hook. Both are wide open, but AR5 only looks left. I only bring this up because Shedeur you could see him with his footwork. He would go 1, 2, 3 ball. 2, 3, 1 ball. The guy's open, get him the ball. He's not trying to hold it, but he did when he had to.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he is trying to throw guys open, and I thought that's what elite quarterback play was. Or is.
I mean, I'll be honest. In preseason action, I think Browns fans are much happier than Colts fans right now. I'll say that.
Oh the Colts fans have to be absolutely shitting their pants.
I mean, they have to be happy.
Colts fans,
this
is what you should be doing: tank and get Arch Manning and start over again.
Oh, did you see that Archie Manning said he's not even coming out next year?
Well, then fuck.
All right, so let's talk.
Trade for Shedeur. What the fuck? The Browns will give him up.
Maybe not.
I didn't think there was a conspiracy. I thought it was a little fucked up the way they played him in the draft. But I'm not going to go too far to say conspiracy. At this point, I think that there's somebody in the Cleveland Browns organization that really doesn't like this kid very much and doesn't want him to really play.
Why do you say that? I thought we knew that.
Why is he getting 3rd and 14 reps today? How is Dylan Gabriel getting the second?
Because I had Mary Kay Cabot. She said that even if he goes and plays well, it's not going to move him up the depth chart. I think
that's fucking stupid. What's the point of competing?
Well, because Dylan Gabriel and Pickett were hurt now this week. And by the way, I will note she said that it's not a lock that they'll play. She didn't seem very certain that neither of them will play. There's a shot that neither of them play. So I just will say also, Shedeur did take the most team reps from what I saw in Browns training camp today. So I hope that they handle this correctly, but they won't. They're the Browns. They're just like the Jets. They'll fuck it up. I guarantee you. I mean, I think Kenny Pickett's going to be traded. And I think his lack of rep, it's certainly odd. I thought they were really wanting him to compete for the starting job with him being hurt.
If you want Kenny Pickett to compete for any starting,
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that's what the Browns want.
You said people. So people, you're dumb as fuck if you think Kenny Pickett should be the starter. There's only 2 starters potential in Cleveland right now, and it's Joe Flacco and Shedeur Sanders. Dylan Gabriel can be a practice squad quarterback or be the 3rd string guy. Kenny Pickett can get the fuck out of here, and Tyler Huntley can sit on the practice squad. There's your 4.
Let's be real. Do we really want to throw Shedeur out in those first 5 games in
You're fucking right.
I want Dylan Gabriel to go out there and go because I'll be honest.
Why?
Because I want him because I don't want Shedeur to be thrown out there and have.
Why not? I thought Cleveland was kind of good. I thought Cleveland was good. I thought Cleveland had dudes on a good offensive line, and all they need is a quarterback. Well, there's your fucking quarterback. What, are we scared to play him because he's a quarterback? What? No, play this motherfucker. That's why you're in the NFL.
Man,
you didn't go to the NFL to sit. If you do sit, congratulations. You went to the NFL to play, not sit. I am never going to say that the best player shouldn't play. He should play 100%. I know what Joe Flacco is. I know what he's not. I'm not saying he can't be successful. I'm looking towards the future as well as the present. And Shedeur Sanders should be their future because he's damn sure their present. And I'm not the only one that thinks this. And if you don't think that, you don't understand. You're just looking at his last name and taking everything else into account. You're not looking at the player and what he just did. If the preseason is supposed to have significance and it's supposed to mean something, he just put good tape out there. Any other rookie steps out there and does what he did, and they would be glorified for it. Half the country hates it because he's Shedeur Sanders because you're fucking a bunch of haters, period.
Well, yeah, we already talked about the media narrative. I mean, there's all kinds of shit being said. I think it's insanity, man. That's why we're here. I'm not going to rush to say that they need to start him in day one after that performance on Saturday. I'm not going to jump to that conclusion. I just don't agree. I think we've talked about this time and time again. It's the Cleveland Browns. We don't want to just chuck him out.
So what if he goes out with the starters week in the second preseason week and tears it the fuck up with them?
That's what I'm saying. If that happens, then we can
do it again.
I'm not ready to say that. I'm not ready to say
he should probably
start the week one yet. I think it's way too early to say that.
He should start the second preseason game with the ones, and we should see what we're looking at.
Yeah, yes, I agree. I want to see. We haven't even seen him really. I mean, this is the first live look we've really seen him with the one.
And it was pretty goddamn, and that is even more impressive.
Yeah, that's my point.
That makes it even more impressive.
Well, I agree. So let's see him with the ones, and
listen. I'm going to reiterate this again. Anybody who's just now saying it's just the preseason, I hope you actually played in a regular season game if you're going to tell me it's just the preseason.
Also, the Panthers played their starters. Like Bryce Young.
Yeah,
shit. T-Mac looked fucking hella. By the way, T-Mac looked good, by the way. So did Jimmy Horn. But no, Matt. So the Browns have a joint practice with Philly this week, and then they'll have a preseason game this weekend against the Eagles, Matt. I'm curious to see whether Dylan Gabriel and Kenny Pickett's hamstring.
Definitely fucking play him against the Eagles. See how he does against the best in the business.
Exactly. I think it's going to be huge if either Pickett or Gabriel miss, because that's just more reps for Shedeur, and that makes me excited. And that's all. I mean, that's all in his favor. So something to watch. But Matt, I think overall, really, really good performance. He's got the jitters off, and then we really saw him settle down. And
so let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
Bring up Cleveland's schedule real quick, if you would, please.
Yeah.
Computer. We're gonna start calling you computer. Computer, bring up Bengals schedule or bring up Brown schedule, please.
There, I gotta go this way. But yeah, keep going.
So let's just find the first big time game, like not Sunday night, Thursday night, Monday night, where everyone's just
against Cincy.
Huh?
The opener is against Cincy.
So you wouldn't tell me that Shedeur against Joe Burrow has a little bit more flair than Flacco against Joe Burrow?
Oh, 100%. Matt, I agree with you, but also we haven't seen Flacco play, but I think Flacco's not. I think he's got some shit left in the tank. I don't think they're going to be.
I've seen Flacco play for 20 years. What are you talking about? We haven't seen Flacco play. Well, Flacco's 47 fucking years old. Joe Flacco's 53 years old.
Okay.
If 60-year-old Joe Flacco was
taking what I said.
He's 75 years old, Billy. Joe Flacco is 127 years old, okay? His best drag on the floor in the fucking weight room. Man, start the rook.
Here's the Browns schedule. So they open. This is why I said first 5 games. Bengals, Ravens, Packers, Lions, Vikings. And it's Steelers.
Is there anything that's on Thursday night, Sunday night, or Monday night?
Oh, jeez. Now you got to get in here. 1 sec. I can go back to the days.
It doesn't say on the fucking schedule.
No, it just You asked for their schedule. I didn't know you wanted
fucking schedule. Look, all I'm saying is it's bigger than just football, but also if you can do both, that's what a superstar is. So Cleveland hasn't had a superstar at quarterback since fucking Bernie Kosar. I don't know.
Well, don't you not want him to fuck it up either, though? Like I'm like,
yeah, but I don't want him.
Go ahead.
Okay, do I not want him to fuck it up? Yeah, I don't want him to fuck it up. I also want to know. So if we have to fuck it up in order to know, then god damn it, let's fuck this shit up proper. Let's just fuck it up. Allow me to retort. How can you fuck up the Browns anymore? Let's be real.
Yeah.
The Browns are a fucking dumpster fire that has never had a good quarterback before. They're rotating 41-year-old Joe fucking Flacco. He's 128 years old. So why not just roll with the guy who the fans are fucking behind and everybody's buying 12 jerseys? I don't see anybody out here with Gabriel jerseys. You walk through Denver and everybody's got a fucking Shedeur jersey on. It's like the Browns are the home team. I'm not kidding.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Dude. So if you don't want to ride that momentum as a Cleveland Brown executive or GM or owner or whatever, then keep doing what you usually do. Treat them like Kelly Holcomb, and we'll all just go to fucking bed knowing the Browns suck. That's 3 sucks. That's a lot of sucks.
I'm looking at it from a perspective of what do I think the Browns will do? I think the Browns are going to play both Flacco and Gabriel before Sanders, no matter how good Shedeur plays. I'm going to be honest here, man. I got to be serious here. I know it pisses you off, and it pisses me off too, but I also got to be realistic. They're going to play them first, and I think that's just fine. I don't think there's a problem with that. This is what I've been saying the whole offseason. Let them play, and if both of them struggle, which everyone seems to think is fucking likely. I'm not saying it's likely, but everyone thinks it's likely. They go and struggle, and guess what? Shedeur's going to go in there and light that shit up. So I just look at the first 6 games, man. That's a gauntlet. You want to throw Shedeur out there and fucking let Cleveland fuck that up?
Honestly, every fucking game in the NFL is tough. I don't I don't believe in that.
Think about it. Have Shedeur coming out week 7 against Mike McDaniel, Capri.
Have Shedeur come out week 1 in the opener against
goal line to save their life. Do you see the Bears stuff the Dolphins 4 times on the goal line because the Dolphins have
I don't give a fuck about that. That means I don't care. That doesn't mean
shit out against them.
Those guys are going to be playing.
Week 7.
Look, dude. Look. It does. They need to play the kid that can fucking play, not the grandpa and left-hand Dylan Gabriel, who's a broke-ass rendition of Steve Young, or Tyler Huntley, who's been in the league for 20 fucking years.
He's a camp
or
he's gone.
Captain Rubentuck. He doesn't get to play either. When he's healthy, get the fuck out of here. So I'm just saying, Cleveland can fuck this up. They fuck up everything. They changed the fucking Indians to the Guardians. They didn't keep LeBron the whole fucking time. Good job, Cleveland. The Browns moved to Baltimore, won 2 Super Bowls, have been a fucking mainstay in the NFL since, and they restarted the Browns. You could have got a new team, but no, you restarted the turds, the fucking Cleveland turds, the mistake by the fucking lake. The old Cuyahoga River is burning, motherfucker, and that flame is high, and the only guy that can put it out is Shedeur Sanders, so act accordingly, or go 5-11 and sit him on the fucking bench and use him as trade bait, you dumb motherfuckers. Next question.